Hey guys, it's Karen, and this is the Dolls Gone Goth Pirate Challenge video update. So today, the 16th, is the day that we all are going to reveal our pirate dolls, and I would like to show you what I did. Boy, this was a definite challenge for me, especially since I changed my mind a million times and changed what I was doing, and I haven't really ever sewn for Barbies before, and certainly not these vintagey type, very narrow-waisted Barbies. So, I know I had posted some updates of this shirt, and I was doing a video of this skirt, and I was going to have them together. But then I was going to try to do a corseted pirate girl with this one, and so I made a chemise. I would like to say that this chemise and this skirt are both actually constructed the way they were done in the 1700s. So, and I could do a different, I'm going to make one of these different versions of chemises for many different historical outfits. So I will probably discuss that and do videos on that. It would actually be easier for this size of a doll just to cheat a little bit and don't do it the way they actually did it back in the old days. But, you see they have this gusset added here, and there's gores on the side underneath, and a very, very small rolled hem. I don't know if you can see that, but I used glue and sewed this together. Anyway, it was cool. It took me a while, and I didn't actually hem the bottom of it, but it's underneath the dress, or the skirt. And this skirt, I have a video that I'm going to put on my channel. This skirt is made out of linen, and it is also done the way they made petticoats in the 1700s, 18th century, where it's a front panel and a back panel, and each one has ties. I'll take this off in a minute and show you the details of that after we talk about the actual pirate challenge, since she didn't end up being a pirate because I didn't finish it. Okay, so what did I do for the pirate? So first of all, I want to talk about this hat. This is just made out of felt, and it was a test hat, and I don't 100% like it, so I'm going to take that off. I didn't end up making an actual, like, I have some suede and stuff that is very easy to sew, and it's really nice, and I think it's faux suede but I use it for bead embroidery, so I wanted to, anyway, this is a hat, a pirate hat. I also had trouble, I want to mention that I had trouble tying a scarf around her head. I don't know if anybody else did a Barbie pirate. I'm sure some of you did. Did you have trouble getting these on? I couldn't actually tie it without it being ridiculous, so I ended up just using a small rubber band. Yeah, so that ended up working a lot better because I couldn't tie it. It was really a big pain in the butt. So here is the pirate shirt. I also made a vest. The vest was it was actually really difficult for me, because, I'm sorry, I don't have a tripod. Oh, there she goes. Again, I'm not used to sewing for these body types, and they have such a large bust and such a narrow waist. I'm trying to turn her around. And also their back is very curved. And so when I first did the back, it was too big, and I had to tailor it. I had to like take the whole thing in. I had to contour it to her body. And I also had some problems getting the lining on. I experimented with that, and I'm not sure. You can't see it from the front, and so it looks good from the front. I'm not gonna say it didn't turn out pretty good, but if you actually like look, if I take it off and I show you the construction of it, it's like, it's not good. I do have a video on my channel, how I made the pirate shirt with the details of the, let's see if I can, with the strings and how I did the eyelet lacing. And she just has a scarf tied around her waist. Now, let's talk about the bottom part of her. So this is not a skirt. These are pants. When I was doing research onto the, of pirates outfits, because of course I wanted to do something. These are not goth, I'm sorry. I just saw pirates and I thought, ooh, historical sewing. Which I'm really interested in learning. So which is why I'm doing all this unnecessary stuff. But, so these split loose pants men wore, and they eventually got tighter and tighter until they became knee breeches, right, over the years. But there were pictures of real pirates, like engravings and engraved prints of actual 2 female pirates, and they had long, full-length baggy trousers, not quite this baggy. So what I was trying to make, actually, though, were called skilts or slops. Slops or skilts? I'm not sure. Both. They were interchangeable. And I actually, when I was making them, I wanted them to be more knee length, as you know, because you see a lot of pirates with knee length ones. But I miscalculated, and I did not feel like cutting and rehemming. So I'm sorry about that. But so now they could be tucked in. If I had made boots, they could possibly be tucked in, although I think they're too baggy for that. And in fact, I did start a prototype of a boot out of felt. Again, this is really crap felt. And I was gonna try, I just did not want to deal with trying to make some kind of a heel situation for Barbie with her high heels. So I gave up on that. But I had started, this is all one piece and it's folded down the way the boots actually were done back in the day. The tops anyway, they would have them come all the way up. Sorry about my camera trying to focus. They would come all the way up and then this would be folded down. And so that's what I was going to do. But I really didn't want to have to learn how to construct a boot and then try to figure out a heel. Although I did have a clever idea for that. And so someday when I'm in the mood to make shoes, I might do that. So these skilts, I think slops, excuse me. I don't know why I'm called sloop is a boat. These, they're just, they're really simple to make. They're just 2 giant rectangles of material, and then you seam up the side, and then, I mean, the traditional way, they actually have like a fastening in the front, and they have a gusset in the back that you can tighten. I didn't do that. I went with a drawstring. I tried to use, I was going to use elastic and make it really simple, but I screwed that up. So it actually just has just a drawstring you can see back here. So they're wide enough to get over her hips. And then, I had to gather them into a waistband. And for the waistband, I used bias tape. And then I threaded a cord in there so that you could tie them up. So I looked at making like real waistcoats, but they were so construction wise, I couldn't find a good pattern online like I could pay for something, but and they were so tailored, I didn't want to deal with it. So I was just trying to make something simple. But okay, so if you can see, it's hard to see because it's black. It's just got a bias tape waistband, and then I tied a cord in the back. It's tucked up. So yeah, so like, I think I'm happy. I'm exhausted and my hands are killing me from all the hand sewing I did. And I was experimenting with using glue to tack down little hems to improve my finishing techniques, but that was hard to sew through by hand and my hands hurt and I must have stabbed myself. I hurt myself several times. But it was fun learning new techniques. So you can see here, this is tied in the back. And then, if I can get it off, let's see if I can, will this work? Sort of. Yeah, so if I take this off, I untie the back. Okay. And as you see, there's a tie around her waist so I untied the front, and then the back is tied around in her middle. And you see how it's sewn together all the way down? So, but you construct it in two separate pieces, a front and a back, that you pleat each one. And then they're really ingenious dresses, like petticoats, outer petticoats and under petticoats were made the same way. And because if you were pregnant or something, you wouldn't have to get a new petticoat. You just loosen up your ties. And the reason they had slits here is because they would make pockets that they would also hang around their waist. They were like little purses on each side, and you could then slip your hand through this opening into your pockets. And when I'm saying pockets, they weren't dinky little things. These were like big, you could carry like all kinds of stuff in those pockets. So, also, I think if I was to make a petticoat, I'd like to make more of these because I want to actually make some like period costume for dolls. But if I was going to make more of these, I wouldn't use this linen on a small Barbie. Like it would be good maybe on a Smart Doll size doll. It's just they don't make linen as fine as they used to, and so it's pretty thick. But it was still really nice to work with. I wish linen used to be the fabric of everybody, and now it's super expensive, but it's very nice. But so here's, you can see this is her her chemise. Oops. And it's too long. I mean, they were traditionally knee to calf length. Right now this one is calf length, but I wanted it to be knee length, and so I was going to hem it up, but I didn't. And how you can see here, it's got this gusset. Oh, that seam is splitting. Darn it. It's got this gusset under here that you sew on. But so if I was going to make, to make your life easier, if you just want to sew for a doll that's small, you could just cut it. You could just cut it. And then here you add width at the hip by adding these triangular panels called gores. And again, you wouldn't need to do that to make your life easier. You could just have your front and back be the same, cut it at a triangle, and then cut it at a triangle. And you would have a chemise that worked for a doll very well. I did not make a back fastening. This does go over her head. It is, again, tricky because her hair is too thick, but it does get over her head. Because I was, again, trying to do something like real, like actual. So they would wear this little, like literally as undergarments under everything. So expect to see more chemises from me as I make more period dresses of many kinds over, I eventually want to do a whole medieval kirtle and stuff with a chemise underneath it, and I'd like to do some other things, but maybe not for Barbie because they're pretty small. I think if I could find a doll that was in between Barbie and in between a Smart Doll, I know that, what is that, 1/4 scale, not 1/3? That might be ideal. But anyway, so let me put my pirate lass back up. So all in all, I was very happy. I wish she had boots. I wish I had done a hat. I wish I had made her pants the right length. I am happy with how I did the shirt. I'm happy with the whole look that I had finished. And yeah, it was really a fun challenge. It was I learned so much doing this. I learned some things not to do. I learned a lot about sewing for this kind of style Barbie too. Things really need to be tailored to her because she's got such a big bust and such a rounded back and such a tiny waist and such large hips. She definitely does need tailoring. So I'm gonna sign off so I can get this video uploaded, and let's see if I can get something for the thumbnail. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this. I can't really. Oh well. So I'm gonna get this video uploaded, and I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody else did. I bet it's just gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be so much fun. And I want to thank Marna and Jay for continuing to do these challenges. It really is stretching I'm learning. I'm a novice sewer, and I do everything by hand, and it's really you know, it's not a big deal to do everything by hand, except it hurts when you're trying to sew gathers and stuff. It's really, and you got thick materials, but other than that, it's fun to sew by hand. It's not hard, but it does take some time, and I am learning a lot. And yeah, so I think I'm going to return to Blythe for some of my for the witch challenge though. Okay, I'm going to sign off and have a great night, and tomorrow we'll see what everybody, on the 16th, we'll see what everybody did. Bye.